All right, man, I'm Keith Hurt. I'm here, NutriShop Glendora, taking over the Protein Farts podcast. I kick Rick and Corey out of here. Listen to the episode coming up right now and get inspired, man. Let's do it. Get after it.
Now presenting Protein Farts Podcast, featuring Rick and Corey from NutriShop. Come on.
How's everyone doing today?
Protein farts.
Man, good.
Boom.
What'd you eat today?
I'm backed up, so it doesn't matter
You're
anyway.
backed up.
Yeah. Too much fiber.
Actually, isn't that for me? It's the opposite. when
Oh,
I have
I
too
take.
much.
You're the fiber king. We all know
Flows.
this.
Flows.
Fiber king, everybody. Fiber king.
So how's everyone doing out there in Dodger and Lakerland?
Woo!
Come on, we're back to '88. I was graduating high school in '88. I just dated myself right there. I remember where I was when Kurt Gibson hit that home run. I was in my bedroom, and it was one of the most amazing things up to my point of life was that home run.
Yeah, man.
Watch yourself.
In 1988, I was in 5th grade.
Son of a gun.
Yeah,
I was
in
4.
5th grade.
Sheesh.
4. 1, 2. Okay, just making sure.
Again, I'm the elder statesman.
Yes.
I'll wear that, and it's okay. So again, guys, LA is the city of champions once again.
Will the Rams and Chargers? No, we don't count the Chargers. Will the Rams be able to do it? I don't know. We'll see.
know. Fixing to find out.
Trifecta.
Imagine
we
that.
get that
Fixing to
done.
find out. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Be kind of cool. SC does something.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what
see.
happens, man.
So yes, it's been a great couple of days here. Again, we got Dodgers, we have Lakers, we have two parades hopefully going to come in. I don't know if they're going to combine them or they're going virtual.
That'd be cool if we have a combo.
Combo would be
That'd
kind
be
of tight.
awesome.
That's never been done.
Never been done.
Been done.
But there's a lot of things in 2020 that haven't been done.
Unfortunately.
True.
So like we've shared, guys, we are about to bring on, or we would wanting to bring on some guests, some friends of the store, some friends to the podcast. And today I'm honored and pleased to announce that we have my buddy Keith here. He has been a friend for a while here with NutriShop. We had the great opportunity to meet at one of our partnership gyms, TNT boot camps in martial arts.
Yeah.
Currently in San Dimas, but when I met him, we were here in Glendora. So Keith has a great story. He's wanted to speak from his heart. And it's really, again, the purpose is for the inspiration and the hope that anything can be done once you make that decision. So without a further ado, again, Keith, I really appreciate you coming
man,
today.
My man, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for coming in. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
in.
I'm excited to be here. You know, I'm excited to be the first guest on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
bro.
Super
Badge of
excited to be here
honor.
after the Dodgers win, and you know, like
We got
right
your
on,
gift
it's
on the
amazing.
way
Right
out,
on.
too.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got your
okay.
gift. We got your
Yeah.
gift.
But yeah,
You didn't
man,
pay us to be here, promise.
just a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
But yeah, anyways, I'm here, loving it. Been coming to NutriShop for like 4 or 5 years probably now.
Yes.
At least. So I just want to share my story, you know, about my journey, and in hopes that maybe I can inspire some other people that maybe are in the same spot I was in, or and I don't know how to get out of it, or don't know who to talk to find their way. So and amplify some of the things you guys have said before on the podcast. You know, the biggest one is like find your why.
Absolutely.
Like Rick talked about that early on. That's super important, man. Like I can't say that enough. Like for me, my why, you know, I got to take you back 2011, right? Like about 10 years ago. I was in a bad spot, you know, in my life and stuff was going on, and I was in a bad spot physically. I spent 37 years wrecking my body, doing dumb stuff that I didn't even know was dumb. And so I was, you know, not feeling well, and I knew it, and I had gone to my doctor to get checked out, and he took a blood test, and he said, man, you're 37. You're almost diabetic, and you have cholesterol problems in your family.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa. And I said, well, what do I do? He's like, I want to be honest with you? I said, yeah. He goes, lose some weight, man.
Wow.
That's 257 pounds.
257.
257, 5'7",
Wow.
257.
Wow.
And he said, lose some weight. I'll see you back in 3 months. If you're doing good, then go for it. If you're not, then I'm gonna put you on some medication. And I was like, I didn't want that, right?
No.
So
and Drew, real quick, that's a good doctor because most doctors would just wrote you the
Dude,
script right
yeah.
there.
let me tell you right away, like
this
this
over
guy
the
saved my
counter.
life. Like I give him credit all the time. I went back 3 months later,
Yeah.
I got retested. Things were looking good.
Yeah.
And every year I go back, and every year he's like, man, what did you do? I go, dude, you saved my life. Like I can't even tell you
That's huge.
enough.
Huge.
And there's not a lot of I don't think there's a lot of doctors out there like that these days. But
Real quick, did you like the accountability
I
he
did.
gave you right off the bat? You're
Straight
right.
up.
Just to kind of piggyback off
Yeah.
what you said,
Yeah.
most doctors don't do that.
You know what hit me? Like going back to the why. He looked at me straight up. He knew my family history, my life, and my son was 3 at the time. He looked at me and he said, "Your son's 3. You want to see him graduate high school?"
Wow.
And I said, "Wow, boom,
Right
yeah,
there.
like,
Right
Yeah,
there, bro.
right there.
dude,
Right
guys,
there.
it still gets me like kind of emotional." But
Yeah, man.
yeah, he got me right there, and I was like, "Dude, I got to do something right now."
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. Right, I went home. I think it was like a Friday. Went home, didn't know what to do, and it was a total coincidence or whatever you want to call it, fate.
Exactly.
One of my friends I hadn't talked to in years reached out to me on Facebook and was like, "Hey, are you all right?" And I was like, "No, actually, I'm not. Like, I'm not feeling well, you know." And I had sleep apnea and a bunch of other issues going on. But they said, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And I said, "I don't know what to do." And they said, "Well, guess what? I'm a personal trainer. And how many calories are you taking in?"
Yeah.
I said, "I have no idea."
Wow.
They said, "Start counting your calories." So I didn't have an app or anything at the time. I just had
Right.
paper and was writing. I was taking in like 5,000 calories a day. I didn't even know it,
Yeah.
Wow.
like insane. So I started doing that and, started tailoring, dialing my diet in without too much direction, just a little bit. And then my kids were racing BMX bikes at the time. So my friend told me like, "Hey, find something you like to do that's active." Because I wasn't very active at the time.
Yeah.
And they're racing BMX bikes. I said, "That looks like fun. Let's go do that with them, We'll get connected with the kids a little bit more."
Yeah.
So I bought a bicycle and off of off road and started doing that.
Nice.
And I started dropping weight like fast because it's a racing sport, so it's very physical. It's a
You burn a lot of calories doing
lot
that.
of calories. Yeah.
So you were actually doing the
sprinting.
Oh, son
Yeah,
of a
you're
gun.
like sprinting for like.
Well, you're in a suit, right? Too.
Oh yeah,
Is it-
it's like a dirt bike
jacket or
gear.
something like that? Okay, yeah, I was gonna
pants and helmet and whatnot,
Yeah.
gloves. So yeah, it's warm, But yeah, so I lost about 90 pounds doing that over a year and a half.
Wow, that's great, man.
So, and just daily discipline of the diet and, staying on my calorie intake and
let me ask you, was it
exercising.
hard?
No, actually it wasn't that hard.
Wasn't hard,
It
people.
wasn't hard. It really wasn't. Once I had that switch flipped and, like going back to some other stuff you said, like I felt like life punched me in the face at that moment. I got punched.
Yeah.
And instead of cowering away from it, I leaned into it and let's do it,
Made a decision.
Yeah, you got to come to that point. Everyone has their point, and it's different for everyone. And I'm not saying everyone's gonna have that, right away. But man, if you're out there and you don't know what to do, and I didn't know what to do. Like if I had you guys, I'd probably been even further along. But I grew up without any direction like that. No one talked to me about diet or nutrition or working out. I mean, I was exposed to it through the military and stuff like that, but nothing stuck until late in life, 37.
Exactly.
It's like boom, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
hit in
Again,
the
you
face.
found your why.
Yeah, you found your why.
it, man.
That's important. That's the number one thing. You got to find out what your why is.
For sure.
The other thing is, man, there's no magic bullet.
Nope.
There isn't. There's
Nope.
every crazy thing on the internet out there, every diet you can imagine. There's no pill you can take.
Nope.
There's nothing. It takes the big D, man.
Exactly.
Discipline.
Discipline.
The word of the day.
Right.
No,
Yeah, we were talking about
word
that
of the
earlier.
day.
Right. Word
Word of the day.
baby.
Discipline.
Discipline. And that's the one thing that you have to have, and you can't get it anywhere else. You can get motivation from other places. You can get encouragement from other people, but the discipline comes from you.
Well, no, you desired it.
Yeah.
Well, again, you had a purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Doc said, if
Yeah.
you don't do this, you will not see your children,
Yeah.
your son grow up.
And it's funny, we have those talks about creating sense of urgency for a
right.
lot of our customers, and some of you have done a really good job at doing that, some not. And I think just hearing, like I said, the rest of his testimony will kind of just speak volumes to some of you guys who are not creating that sense of urgency. Okay?
Yeah, you got to find that. You got to find what drives you, what motivates you. Get disciplined. And like one of my mentors I listen to all the time. He has this saying, says discipline equals freedom.
Wow.
So when you break it down, you're thinking, what does that mean, right? So if you're disciplined, you guys have been talking about the holidays coming up, right? So you're disciplined on your program. You're eating right. You're doing the right things. You're exercising. I do 3 to 5 days a week. On a week I'm 5 days. TNTs. Man,
Some brutal workouts.
That's
We
the
see,
word,
guys,
yeah.
we see those videos.
Shout
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
they
we
get
see
down.
the videos.
Shout out
They
to
do.
Taylor and Tavis, man.
Absolutely.
They got a good program
programs,
over there,
yeah.
and it's a good sense of community. But the discipline equals freedom thing is you're disciplined, and then you have that freedom to, on Thanksgiving, hey, I'm gonna have a piece of
You can enjoy
pie
yourself
or whatever.
with a clear conscience too.
Exactly, because
That's
you're
the thing,
gonna
with a
get
clear
right back
conscience.
on it.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna get right back on it because that's what you do, But that's been a big, thing for me, learning that, that kind of mantra, and it's been a big thing. And the other thing is like, find something active that you like to do that's fun.
Yeah.
So I found at first I found BMX bicycling, and then kind of got out of that. My kids stopped doing it. And then what happened with TNT is they used to be behind the gas station over here in Glendora. And I was filling up my wife's gas tank one morning, and I was like, what are them guys doing? They got music blasting. People are, I think they were doing like farmer carriers or something with dumbbells. And I'm like, and at the time I was doing home workouts, just push-ups and sit-ups and stuff at home in the driveway. And I was like, I was doing all right, but I wasn't great. And so then for whatever reason, I don't know if it was a search engine thing or whatever, Google Brown popped up on my phone for them. Like it was like whatever it was for 6 weeks. It was a cheap price. Like, I'll try it out. I walked in there the first day, boom, fell in love, man. It was awesome. Like they have a great program, and they got a good sense of community. And for me, 5 a.m. is my jam. I have to get up early and work out. I got to pay my dues early. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it done.
Exactly.
You're a better man than me.
No, man, it's
good for you.
For me, I literally don't have any other time. Once I get home from work, I got my kids to handle and my family situation, and I'm the cook of the family and everything. So I don't got time to do it in the evenings as much. But 5 a.m. is the thing, and I started working out with them in 2016.
Wow.
So going on 4 years now.
Yeah.
But,
Real quick, you said you don't have any other time but that one time.
I
want everybody to hear that.
Yeah.
He has maybe a fixed window to get a lot done.
Yeah.
And just takes advantage of it.
That's right.
I just
Comes back to the discipline.
Comes back to discipline. I like hearing stuff like that.
That's a good point. I mean, I've always been an early riser, not that early, obviously. But I thought, well, can I get up at 4:30? Yeah, I can get up at 4:30.
You're right.
So like you said, talk about time, which kind of is one of my points I want to bring up later too. Is like everyone says they don't have time. If it's important to you, you're gonna make time for it.
100%.
So I said, when could I make time? Well, guess what? You got to wake up earlier. You got to sacrifice a little bit of sleep. Get up earlier, and that's
we make time for
my
the things that matter most.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
100%. So yeah, find something fun that's active that fits into your schedule. Set some realistic goals for yourself.
Big.
Right away, like I fell into the trap of like, let me set a weight goal. And not a realistic one. So it's like, all right, I can get there, but it's gonna be a long time for me to get there. And a lot of people get into this thing too, like I was telling Rick the other day, you start where you're at. Yeah. You can't get up off the couch after not doing anything since high school or whatever and think you're going to go run a mile. It ain't going to happen. Yeah. If you can only walk from here to your front door, then guess what? Get up and walk to your front door. Yeah. And then tomorrow, walk to your neighbor's yard. And then the next week, walk down the block. Before you know it, you're going to be running. Yep, absolutely. And it's just about like where you're at and get moving and do what you can do. Everyone talks about what they can't do, or they're trying to compete with someone else. I was only competing with myself. Yeah. Like I want to be a little bit better than I was yesterday. I want to beat yesterday's myself. And that's a big one, man, because a lot of people, they get frustrated because they get up and they give it a week. And then they're sore. And they're tired, and then they give up, and then never mind. It's not worth it.
Well, we need immediate results, right? We live in that kind of world.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification, baby.
It ain't there.
No. And we like to tell a lot of people too is you're where you're at, not you, but for instance, you're where you're at, and it took a couple years.
Yeah.
How do you expect a week to 2 weeks you change backward to your original? It's just not going to happen.
It doesn't happen.
It isn't going to happen that way.
Yeah, you can make changes overnight, like dietary changes and program changes and changes to different things, but it takes the long term. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
It's an investment.
So you created some micro goals. I mean, everyone talks about macro goal, the big goals. Maybe I want to lose 100 pounds, but what are the micro level goals leading up to it? Maybe 20 pounds in the next 2 months. Working your way to your goal.
Yeah, like for me, like when I started out BMX racing, like I was the slowest guy. Like I was everyone else is real fit, right? Even the guys in my age range. So I made it my goal to catch the closest guy I could in the races. And then once I was able to catch him, it's like, all right, can I catch the next guy? It might have took me a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, but I'll get there. And then, just
small victories.
Exactly, small victories.
Big.
And then I wasn't paying attention to, a lot of stuff fitness-wise. I was just letting it do what it did. And I would check in every 6 months or whatever. Yeah. But that's another thing, people get trapped in that trap of like getting on scale like every day or too often. I started weighing myself once a week, and I saw, there's peaks and valleys, but it started to steadily go down and down and down.
Absolutely.
And that's the long game for me.
Of course.
So yeah, set realistic goals for yourself, compete with yourself. And you got to be honest with yourself, man.
That's
like
big
That's a
right
big
there.
the other big one I rely on, and it's a little tough. It's a little tough self-love. Is, dude, all of your excuses are lies. All of your excuses
That's
are
big
lies.
right
Hear
there.
that?
That's
Hear
a
that?
big one.
Whatever excuse you're telling yourself, I can't, I won't, I don't have time.
Yeah.
I'll start on Monday. I hate that one.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Starting on Monday.
Yeah, we hear that all the time.
All the time.
I was telling Rick the other day when I talked to him, I listened to the podcast about the calendar.
Yeah.
And that exact day, one of my guys at work he's younger and he's kind of, I mentor him a bit. He's, on and off the fitness train, and I'm like, dude, you just got to stay steady.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'll start on Monday. I was like, today's Friday, bro.
Yeah.
You got 4 days between now and Monday.
exactly.
Come on.
Let's go.
What are you going to do with those days?
Right.
And then we start talking about the holidays. He's like, yeah, but the holidays are coming. I go, yeah, so? You got what days you eat?
You probably meant the first Monday of January, right?
Right.
For all you waiting to start on Monday of January, come on now.
Monday,
Come on now.
Yeah, Monday comes and goes. Start right now.
on.
Yeah.
Start right now.
What's stopping you? So, stop making excuses to yourself, Make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Make it happen. You got to find your inspiration, too.
Yeah.
So I find inspiration in a lot of different places. There's no one source for me. Even Irv, man. Irv, my kids go to the same school Irv's kids go to.
that's
And
cool.
I don't know Irv that well other than I see him in here. Yeah. But I would see him walking his daughter to school. And he has NutriShop shirt on and stuff. And you can tell he's fit. He's a fit guy. And I was like, man, I want to be like Irv. Like, Irv's like, he's walking his kids to school.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where they're walking from, but
Right.
they look like they're having a good time. He's
Yeah.
always smiling. And like, so little things like that. Like, get inspiration from him and anywhere I can get it from. People at the gym. The twins, Taylor and Tavis, are awesome. They got a good group
Obviously
of
they're great
trainers.
guys, yeah.
Dude, they're great. Super energetic, super, great to be around. They bring a lot. And then, at some point, when you're feeling good, like, you have to be an inspiration to other people too.
Absolutely.
So, like, my guys at work, they're all younger, and I always think of them like, dude, I wish someone would have talked to me about this stuff when I was your age. I'd be way farther along.
Well, you're a walking testimony
So I try to be,
to
man.
a lot of people.
try to be.
Even when we always talk about that, obviously your goals will precede someone else's.
Yeah.
And so at the same time, you have to be a testimony. You have to kind of live by your mantra.
Yeah, and you never know,
point.
like, when
Someone's
you're
watching you.
Yeah, someone's always watching. Like, my perfect example, my boys, they're watching. So, like, when COVID kind of hit, everything went online from the schools. TNT went online real quick on Zoom, and they had a 6:30 workout. So I said, I can get my boys up at 6:30. They hated me for it, but I made them get up at 6:30. After a week, they enjoyed it. And next thing you know, like, so we're there and we're all doing burpees or whatever. And I always made a pact to myself, like, do one more burpee than they do. And I have one that's 12 and one that's 16. So I would let them burn out, and then I would do one more. So the mental game is like,
Exactly.
look at Daddy's getting after it.
Old school dad trick
So
right there. There
and
you go.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So after like 3 months of that, these kids are looking jacked. I'm like, they look
Right.
They look
good.
good. They're
Right.
drinking proteins and doing all this stuff.
They
that
like
I'm
what they see
telling
in the
them to
mirror.
do. Yeah.
We're all stimulated by that. Yeah.
My 12-year-old, he had a growth spurt too, so that helped him. But I was hating on him at some point. I'm like, man, you guys build muscle. Like, you guys look at your
Oh, to be
muscles
young.
and they get bigger, right?
Oh, to be young.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but you never know who you're inspiring. Like, like my Instagram, I post a picture of my watch in the morning at 4 o'clock.
Yep. Every
Yeah.
day. I love
Rick
it.
always hits it. And,
Love it.
and it's funny when I haven't been doing it. Honestly, I haven't worked out this week. I hurt my leg really bad at home this week, so I haven't been able to do much. But people, when I don't do it, people at work and stuff are like, "Hey, man, where you been?" And I'm like, "I didn't even know you're paying attention, bro."
100%.
But you never know who's watching, So be an inspiration, for people, and then to bring it all home. Like, time's a big factor. Like, you can't get more of it, dude. You're not gonna get more of it. You can't make more of it.
Nope.
It's of the essence. Like, why wait? Start right now.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what you need to do to get better. If you don't, come in and see with these guys. Find someone that can help you. There's people out there that are willing to help them,
Oh, yeah.
volunteer their time,
Absolutely.
help
100%.
you do what you got to do, inform you, keep you educated. But you don't have time. I didn't learn that one until my dad passed, and I was like, dude, time is
Of the essence.
Precious.
It's it. Yeah, that's it. You gotta make the most of it. Get after it,
Yeah.
hard as you can, as much as you can, and things are gonna happen. Setbacks are gonna happen, but you got to get back up, man. He's gonna stumble. You're gonna fall. Get back up. Don't let it get you down. Don't let a cheat meal turn into a cheat week or a cheat
Cheat
weekend
month or
or
weekend.
cheat month or
Extend
whatever.
it.
You guys
Just
heard
keep
it all,
sending
I'm
it.
sure.
Yeah, we have.
But now I'm preaching. But yeah,
It's all
That's
good.
okay.
yeah, man, do it. And it's all good, dude. I've been doing this, going on 11 years now when I started, and And I can't say enough about how you feel mentally and physically. And you think like, oh, I'm using more energy, I'm going to be tired.
Nope.
No, man, you get more energy. You start feeling
You start
better.
feeling good, yeah.
Yeah, you start feeling good especially after you drop like 20
All
pounds.
these endorphins, all that.
Yeah, and if you go to the gym and pick up a 25-pound weight, after you lose that amount of weight, you're
Right,
like,
you're like,
wow,
what the hell?
I used to weigh that much more.
Yes.
It's insane, and like I can't say it enough, man. If you're out there and you're, you don't know what to do, or you're in a spot and you need to do something and you're not sure what, dude, just get up and move.
That's it.
Get up and move. You can do
something.
push-ups, you can do sit-ups. Like a trick I used to play on myself is, I used to whenever I get up to go to the restroom, I would look at my watch, and whatever the minutes was, I'd do that many squats after I went to the restroom.
Wow.
So do like right now it's 34. If I was gonna go up and go to the restroom, I'd get up, do 34 squats.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So if you do that, 4 or 5 times a day,
Heck
you got a
yeah.
couple hundred
Yeah.
squats in, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's just a little
I would
trick.
just stop peeing.
Yeah. Corey's
Or
like,
make sure it's not the back end of the hour.
Hold it.
Corey's like, wait a minute, it's 58. I'm gonna hold it.
Backload that time.
I'm holding
If
for
we
4
did one
more
on
minutes.
if we did it on number 2, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, that's another. You gotta be
It's good
honest
sweat.
with yourself, though. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I didn't mean to hijack the podcast.
No, dude,
man.
it's all you.
All
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All good. We appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
brought some top 5s too. I mean, if you want to hear
Yeah.
about some top
Yeah, let's
5s,
throw it
Let's
out.
do it.
Throw it
Let's
out.
do
I
it.
got a few. So the first one I did was top 5 songs that get you fired up for a workout.
Ooh.
What you got, Corey?
Oh
I'm sure
man, you
got
know what?
5.
I got though I do not have a top 5. Sometimes some slow R&B. I got a little 80s in there. I don't really have a top 5. But I mean, I can go to the gym and honestly not listen to music at all.
Yeah.
I'm just in my head the entire time, having a conversation with myself. I'm on a lot.
Yeah. Mine's Enter Sandman.
Nice.
That,
That's a
gotta
good
hit
one.
that.
It's classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't. The TNT, they play music there, and it's not really my jam. But I listen to music on the way there just to
Yeah.
get fired up
Get you
because it's
going.
my thing.
Yeah.
So mine are from top to bottom. Number 1, Blind by Korn.
Okay.
When he says, "Are you ready?"
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
get
We all
pumped,
know that
dude.
part.
Yeah.
Bodies by Drowning Pool. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Paranoia by Day to Remember. If you're a Day to Remember fan, that song kills it. The musical break is amazing. The Title Holder by the Interrupters. So I don't know if you heard that one, but it's basically like live like a champion. Live like a warrior. It's
Yeah.
like a. It's
I
like
see you got Cube on there.
Love
Okay.
it.
Yeah, man. And number 5,
Can't go wrong
Gangsta
with
Rap
that.
made me do
Can't
it
go
by
wrong with
Q,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
You gotta
go wrong
love
with
that.
that.
Absolutely.
So Fridays, man, when I'm going to the gym, I rock West Coast Gangsta Rap.
There you
the
go.
whole- pretty much the whole
There
day.
you go.
Or Day to Remember. Just
Right,
depends.
yeah.
But normally it's Gangsta Rap. So that's my top 5. I got 3 more. If you guys
Hit
got
it, man.
time.
Let's go.
So I figured I'd share like the top 5 eating hacks that I did
Yeah.
when I was coming up.
He said coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up.
or getting down. One of the two.
He's on the level. He's on Mount Everest now, everybody.
I love it.
Start counting your calories. That's number 1. Yeah, straight away. If you're not doing it, like you'd be amazed. I was surprised when I burrito, breakfast sandwich, burrito,
yeah.
Monster Energy drink, dinner's terrible. Like I was like, what?
Like you
I'm
said,
eating
you're at
how
5
much?
G's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you start to get your base metabolic rate, and you're like, dude, no way.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
eating 3 times more than I need to.
Right.
Eat smaller meals more often. That was
Okay.
one I had
I
to
like that.
learn. Like I was eating like 3-4 times a day. So I started eating like little meals 7 times a day.
Perfect.
Like little breakfast, little snack, little lunch, little snack, little dinner, little snack. Done. Stop drinking soda.
Yeah, that's a
Straight
big
up.
one. You'll cut weight just doing that.
Straight up. I have never been a big soda drinker, but I was dabbling in soda now and then, and I stopped doing all that. Stopped putting sugar in my iced tea. Started drinking it black. Started drinking black coffee. Started drinking plain tea.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, people.
Right.
That's actually really good.
Come on.
Stop putting all the crap in your coffee.
Yeah.
That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Creamer, I'll share another one a little bit later that I do in my coffee, which involves one of your guys' supplements, but which is one of my favorites. And then pizza for me is an Achilles heel. Like I love some pizza, man.
Pizza and
Like,
fries for me, baby.
dude,
Yeah.
Petrillo's right there.
Oh, my man.
Bro.
Yeah.
So
on.
what I
Fries.
did, I was like, I ain't giving up pizza. I started just eating the toppings,
There you go.
throwing the crust away.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
I don't
no
need
fun.
it. Throw it away. Hey, man.
But still.
But still,
There
you
you
get
go.
the pizza taste.
I mean,
you get a little bit.
Yes.
Get a little bit of it.
I love it.
But man,
That's
I still do
legit.
that to this day.
man,
and
cool.
you know,
Come
we
on,
have
man.
family parties and the family members are laughing at me. I'm like, hey man, I don't really care, dude. I mean, that pizza crust that costs me 100 burpees or whatever it's gonna take to burn it off.
Exactly.
I like
You do
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Back to discipline.
Pay the
Boom.
pay the price.
Back
for
to
it.
Pay
discipline.
the price for it. So then I have top 5 supplements that I take.
Boom.
Number 1's protein. Chocolate. Chocolate's my jam. I mix it with almost everything.
Yeah.
Thermovex, I like the peach one.
Okay.
Love it. The reason I like the peach one is because they have the peach BCAAs too, and I like to put them two together.
Absolutely.
And that's
Everything's
the
in
bomb.
your cup. You got a little bit.
Yeah, I got a little
This guy
medley.
just puts- yeah.
So number 3 is peach BCAAs. Number 4 is TST.
TST.
I
Big
started
one.
using that about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Big difference for me, and energy level too. Like,
Absolutely.
my
Big one.
energy
Yeah, it's
pumped
big
me
one
up
energy.
a lot.
Absolutely.
And then super greens. So
Yeah.
I love the super greens too. I love that stuff. And then what I do with them, so I have my top 5 recipes for those supplements. Number 1, I call it the Broca. So this is coffee. This is coffee. You gotta let it cool a little bit because if you put protein powder in hot coffee, it gets messed up.
Okay.
So you gotta
yeah.
put a little bit of ice in it, let it cool a little.
Okay.
Put the chocolate protein in there, dude. Amazing.
Legit.
I mean, yeah, it's amazing. And you know, well, you guys know all the nutritional facts.
Yep.
but
Yeah.
Yep.
So much better than
100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
sugary
Best
milk
creamer,
from
34
wherever.
grams of
Yeah,
protein.
can't
and
go
good to
wrong
go.
with it.
I drank one on the way over here.
Let money.
Like that's my afternoon jam on the way home from work. In the
Are you like
traffic.
Irv? Do you have a timer that goes off?
No.
Okay, Irv has a
No,
timer
I don't
that
have
goes off.
that.
I gotta eat.
Irv's more disciplined than me. Then.
Irv's pretty freaking disciplined. Irv's pretty freaking disciplined.
Then I have a green protein shake that I really like. Super greens, chocolate protein, peanut butter powder,
Okay.
banana, almond milk, and ice. Blend it
Sounds
up.
good.
It's got a lot of
Sounds
protein
good.
in it.
Yeah.
Probably
Absolutely.
like 50 grams or so if you add add it all up.
Got your micronutrients in there from
All
the
that,
super
yeah.
greens.
Exactly.
Good
Hit it all.
stuff.
Hit it all.
This is another trick which I should have put in hacks. I have a protein pudding, or you can make an ice cream or overnight oats. So I'm a ice cream guy too.
Yeah.
You can freeze this and it tastes like chocolate, peanut butter
Wow.
all day long. Same thing, protein powder, peanut butter powder, some Greek yogurt,
Okay.
and some almond milk.
Yeah.
Mix it up. You can eat it like that as like a pudding.
So you want to make it pudding
like,
consistency.
yeah, like thick.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You can also put some oats in it, put it in the refrigerator overnight.
Wow,
Get your
wow.
overnight oats going on.
That's legit.
You can add some fruit to it, blueberries, strawberries,
yeah.
whatever you want to
Have fun.
taste.
Yeah,
have
get
fun
with it.
after it.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, if you're into ice cream and you need that cold, sweet, which it's sweet tasting, but not that
For sure.
bad for you.
No, not at all.
And then Thermo and BCA Blaster. That's I already talked about that. We mix that one up. You can
Yeah.
blend it with some ice.
Yep.
You know, get a little slushy going on, whatever. And then number 5, some people like it, some people don't. And you guys highlighted on your Instagram not long ago, but BCAs with a little bit of vodka.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. I
Here and
prefer
there.
tequila, but it's all right.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
good.
Yeah,
you can
same.
mix it with tequila too.
Exactly.
The peach
Same.
one goes with everything.
Uh-huh.
dude.
It goes with
Yeah.
everything.
But I thought I'd just share that. You know, I know Corey likes to do his top 5s. And
Absolutely.
I
I
did.
did have a top 5.
yeah,
Exactly.
listening to the podcast and stuff and trying to tie it all together, that thought I'd share some things that I do that might help some people out. So, yeah.
What I learned today was just the discipline part, guys. Again, it's easy for us, like he said, to get in our heads, to convince ourselves all the excuses. But discipline is just exactly that. So make the decision, do what you want to do, and do what you need to do to accomplish that. That's big right there.
And
for
I
me.
think, I definitely believe pulling inspiration from anywhere is important. I think he used the smallest little bits of information that he could find or visuals, and he just used it. He kept himself accountable. I really, really love the fact that you had your own doctor, your own family doctor, just kind of basically point you in the chest without physically doing it. Basically said you need
Slapped
to
him
make
in
a
the
change.
face.
Basically, and I love that. We need those in life. And sometimes we get them, sometimes we just avoid them. Don't avoid those people in your life.
Yeah, face him. I mean, the best thing about him is, like you've touched on before, Corey, he's a fit guy. He's in he's probably like his late 50s now or early 60s. He's in decent shape.
Yeah.
And you know, for him, he's looking at me and he's a healthy guy and he's telling me like, hey, dude, here's what you got to do to get better.
Yeah.
And he could have easily, like Rick said, prescribed me something or whatever, or led me down the pharmaceutical path.
Yeah.
But man, he took the time, and like if you're a doctor out there, man, talk to your patients. Be honest with them.
100%.
People want to be talked to like that.
They do.
Be
They
straight.
do.
They deserve to be talked
They,
to like
they
that.
want real talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Real talk.
We'll talk with
Shameless plug.
original show. So again, I thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Phenomenal.
My man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for sure. Appreciate it.
Dig deep. So if you need some information, you want to give your IG out?
Yeah, sure. It's really easy. It's Keith_Hurt. It's real simple.
Again, he's here to help, guys. So you obviously can reach us at NutriShop Glendora _ NutriShop Pasadena, Keith, Corey, Fit Thick Rip, Protein Farts _ We're here to help, guys. That's the purpose of this podcast, is just to be available, to share, and to help just be that resource for you.
Absolutely. 2021 starts now, guys. Let's take advantage.
Right now. Get after it.
Go Dodgers, go Lakers.
We're out.
Yep.